Welcome to Health, Wellness, Lifestyle TV. I'm your host, Tammy Lynn McNabb. I have Chef Alanna Peckham here doing 2 amazing cooking episodes today on how to detoxify your body. It's January and it's time to get in shape. Thanks for joining us. We are with our resident nutritionist, one of my favorite people. Today, early, we're going to talk about resolution restart. I think that people get really discouraged at the beginning of the year. They fall off the wagon with their resolutions, but you can restart at any given time of the year. What are some of your recommendations for a resolution restart?
Well, if you are looking at a resolution restart, it means that something didn't work for you.
Sure.
And so to go back and look at that motivation, what motivated you? You really have to think of the why, not just the how. If you want to lose weight, I'm going to exercise and eat. That's not quite enough. You need to step back and think about why you want to do that. And it should be internally motivated because that's far more lasting.
Okay, so what kinds of things should I do to keep track of what I'm doing?
Well, creating that awareness is important. So some people find that keeping a journal will help them. And
do people actually use pen and paper anymore? I don't know if they do.
That's the great thing is there's so many apps there that when you go digital, you take it anywhere with you and you can keep track. Also, you can look back and see how your progress is going.
Sure, and I think that we can see that pattern of what we're doing, that we're maybe self-sabotaging ourselves.
Exactly.
So once we do that, then what do you recommend we do?
Then you can, once you have that awareness,
sure,
you create acceptance around it. So it is what it is. It's going to be okay.
Yep.
Now let's move forward into action.
Okay.
So when you're taking action, many people benefit from just getting rid of the junk.
Okay.
So really that's important. Many people are loading up their bodies with highly processed foods that are very high in unhealthy fats.
And you've said though, go into a store, but go on the outside where all the unprocessed foods are.
Exactly.
And then you said once you're eating well again, what do we do to help fix the inside of our body?
Well, our bodies are amazing machines. Our liver and our kidneys will do the detox for you.
Right.
If we treat them well.
Sure.
So having water, getting enough sleep, moving our body in a way that feels good, but also thinking of those food choices.
How long is that detox going to be though?
Well, it depends on how well you are doing.
Like a week?
Anyway.
I mean, you're saying give my body a week's rest is enough in some cases?
Oh, even just immediately your body starts to work better when you eliminate preservatives, chemicals, high starch, fat and salt. So really it's individual. I can't really give you an example, but what you can maintain over the long term is what's important.
And you had mentioned the plate. What does that mean?
Having appropriate portion sizes is
Height
really
as
key.
well?
Yes, not just the size of the plate this way, definitely that way.
Great. If you want more information, certainly go to Airly's site. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thanks. Powerful, hydrating, luxuriously enriched. Imagine infusing your skin with collagen in pure 24-karat gold. With Collagenix 24-karat gold collagen skincare line, you'll enjoy a luxurious feeling of relaxation. Collagenix is tested to moisturize and hydrate the skin at a professional level. It rebuilds collagen, giving your skin a more firm and taut feeling. Helps reduce fine lines and wrinkles with every use, leaving your skin looking and feeling younger. I am with Rosemary Pierce of Prairie Naturals, and your family-run business, which is a very large company, has a few products with your name on them. Tell us about the Morning Rise and Shine.
Morning Rise and Shine is aloe, mineral, and lemon drink with a very special lemon that comes from Europe, and this particular lemon is incredible for supporting the body. Lots of minerals in this particular product, so that helps the body first thing in the morning take in minerals, take in lots of fluids, energizes, wakes the brain up, takes us off coffee.
And you had said too, I mean, you don't want your body to go to your next source of minerals, which is in your bones.
That's right.
And we had talked about, how do I know if I'm pH balanced? I take this, I think that I'm doing a great job, but what does this little piece of paper do for me?
This is litmus paper, and it's set up specially to measure the urine. You can measure the saliva, but I suggest the urine.
Okay.
Do it first thing in the morning, and your pH balance will go between the range of 6.4 to 7.4. But if out of balance, it's usually low, which means you're acidic, need more minerals.
Okay, and the other product is a citrus soother, and what does that do for us?
Well, this is based on the same wonderful lemon. It's lemon, honey, and ginger, meant for colds and flu. It has the nutrients and the herbs that we need to help keep us healthy and reduce the duration of colds and flu.
Which is key. Rosemary Pierce, thank you so much for being on the show. If you want more information, please go to the company website and she will give you a load of info. Thank you so much, Rosemary.
Thank you, Tammy.
So I'm with Alanna Peckham from Alligga Flax Oil. It is the new year. Now you've got to be kind to us today. We've got to eat some food that's going to be good for us, and it's going to, I don't know, I think a lot of people need some detoxing, whether it be their liver or their stomachs from all the food they ate at grandma's.
Oh, the overeating, the overindulging.
That's the tough part. I think too, people are maybe drinking more than they usually would, or eating more than they usually would. So you have some detox stuff going on today.
Absolutely perfect whole foods, things that you can incorporate into your daily diet.
Okay.
No-brainers, they're really easy to make and they're tasty.
So we're gonna make first.
Okay, so first we are gonna mix together a granola.
Okay.
That needs to bake in the oven for about 45 minutes. And what we've got here is just some pre-scaled out pumpkin seeds, almonds, whole rolled oats, flax seeds, and some salt.
Okay.
So that will go into this bowl.
I always get confused with flax seed. So are you taking the flax seed and grinding it when you're ready to use it?
Absolutely, they are ground flax seeds. You don't want to use them whole. If you use them whole, they go in and they come out whole.
And that's true. So there's absolutely zero benefit to taking flax seed and putting it inside of your granola, because truly, it goes in your body, comes out your body. Your body does nothing with it. So make sure you do grind it.
You want to grind it for the oils to come out.
Perfect.
From here, we're going to add our maple syrup.
How much maple syrup do you have?
About a half a cup of maple syrup.
Now, do you do that for flavor? Like, would you use honey instead of the...
You could use honey if you like the sweetness of honey. I like the natural earthy flavor of the maple syrup, which is why we've chosen this one.
Okay.
It does act as a binder because you need something to stick that granola together as well.
Right.
And then we're gonna go with a quarter cup of the flaxseed oil.
Good. Now we're using the flaxseed oil. Why?
Flaxseed oil, you do need an oil when it comes to granola, so a lot of times granolas are made with oils or butters, but flaxseed oil, because it helps with the liver.
Yes.
And it's a great source of omega-3s.
Now with this granola, you're getting the omegas and the oils from the flax. You're getting it from the flax seed. You're getting it from the different seeds, the pumpkin.
Yes, and you're getting a lot of fiber in here. We're choosing whole rolled oats versus quick oats because there's less processing involved, and your body's gonna have to work harder to break it down, which is always good for metabolism. So just like that, you're just gonna mix it together, so it really is a super easy recipe. This is gonna go into the oven at about 350.
Turn that towards camera. That is so beautiful. And it took you how long to put that together?
About 10 seconds.
That easy. Now, how long will this last?
This will last as long as it's stored covered in a container, like, you know, something like this, or a Ziploc baggie or something. Keep it covered, and I keep mine on my counter for about 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold this for you. Just go ahead and put that on.
Just gonna put that
so you're
on.
gonna dump this on. You don't have to pre-treat the
Nothing
paper.
at all, just parchment paper so that the granola doesn't stick to your pan.
Okay.
And then, like I said, into a 350 oven for about half hour, 45 minutes. Just making sure that you do mix the mixture halfway in between baking. So say give it 15, 20 minutes. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna lift the edges of the parchment. So just spread it out thin.
Yeah.
And then halfway through baking, you wanna lift the corner to kind of flip the bottom up to the top.
Oh, okay.
And that way, whatever's caramelizing down there will get flipped and you'll be able to mix it around a bit.
Smart idea.
Yeah. And so that goes into the oven. Once you're done, it will look like this.
Wow, that looks fantastic.
So nice and toasted. You take it as dark as you like. I like mine to be a little darker. I like the nuts to be roasted. You get a better flavor out of them.
And it just easily comes right off the parchment paper.
Easily comes right off the parchment paper.
Okay, so now you're going to layer it and make it with what?
We're gonna
Alanna,
layer
today?
it and make it with a blueberry compote. And so what we're gonna do is, it is January, there are no fresh blueberries out there right now.
There are none unless you're in California right now, which we are not.
Exactly, so we're gonna take our blueberries and pop those into a pot. So what I do though is I like to add a lemon to this, and this is gonna be zest and juice.
Okay, and is it one whole lemon?
One whole lemon.
Are you mostly doing it for the flavor?
I am. It's the flavor, the acidity. It also, I guess the lemon juice is gonna slightly help in terms of preservation in the fridge.
Okay.
Because that acidity does help.
Okay.
And so with our fancy little microplane here,
It smells so good.
it smells bright and fresh already. We're just gonna take the zest off of that lemon.
So, just so everyone can see what the microplane is, I mean, that's...
It grates anything from cheeses, nuts, nutmeg, cinnamon, zest, and I like it because it doesn't take off too much.
Right.
Just takes off the little bit on the outside.
Perfect.
So from there, we're gonna now cut that lemon in half, and we are gonna squeeze it in.
Now, are you adding any sugar or sweetener in this one as well?
Maple syrup as well.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, I mean, you can always play with other sweeteners. There's agave nectar out there now. There's a coconut sugar, which is nice.
Yeah.
Brown sugar in a pinch, like, you know, if you don't have any of the other mentioned sweeteners.
Yeah.
But again, I'm a fan of the blueberries, and this kind of, by adding blueberries, it makes me think of pancakes. Blueberry pancakes and maple syrup.
I'm so afraid I'm gonna knock over this tray of beautiful granola beside me. I'm very clumsy this year.
And so just like that, we're gonna pop that in. And just like the granola, it's easy. We're gonna start the fire. And once it comes up to a bubble, you turn it right down, let it simmer for about 5 or 10 minutes, and you take it to the thickness that you like.
Okay.
If you don't want whole blueberries in there, you could also add, pop it into a blender afterwards, puree it up. You could handheld blender it, and it's gonna get thick. So right now it's quite loose, and the way it's gonna get thick is we are gonna add ground flax seeds.
Oh.
So instead of thickening with, say, cornstarch these days, I actually throw in a touch of flax seeds. Just add the flax seeds to a soup. It'll help thicken it up. You will get the fiber. So the flax seeds are definitely gonna help thicken up this blueberry compote. See how thick that gets?
It's very thick.
Right. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna build the parfaits.
Layer it up. What makes Alligga different than any other flaxseed oil that's on the market right now?
You can cook with it. It's an
unusual.
An amazing property. The fact that it can be heated. Oh, that's what we forgot actually. Good call. I need 2 tablespoons of flax oil into this blueberry compote.
So you're able to cook with it?
You're able to cook with it. It's high heat capable. High smoke point of 482 degrees Fahrenheit.
Compared to others, which once it starts smoking, renders it useless as far as its nutritional value, and B, it can become carcinogenic oils if they're at too high of a temperature.
That's right.
You have to be careful which oils you use.
That's right. You want to cook with a high smoke point cooking oil if you are going to be using high heat for most of your cooking. Otherwise, cold use purposes, I mean, that's another great thing about the flax oil, though, is that it is unrefined, so you can use it hot or cold.
I'm unrefined, too.
Well, we are going to show you a couple of platings for this parfait that will make it seem as if everything is refined.
Perfect.
And so you choose whatever yogurt you like. I like a vanilla yogurt myself.
Here is your, are you laying that in between?
And we are just going to top with it.
So perfect.
And
I think of some fancy hotels downtown that charge a lot of money for these parfaits.
I was just gonna say, right? So the next time you have a little brunch, even if it's just family or friends, you layer these parfaits, put them in your fridge. Don't top the granola onto it until the very last minute so that it stays crunchy.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna look so much fancier.
Show the camera that. That is so absolutely beautiful.
For a nice little dessert at the end of a brunch, you've got a beautiful little glass.
Perfect.
I like this is my favorite. This is my to-go these days.
Yes.
So rather than going to the stores and buying all the pre-made ones, I'll make this myself at night. In the morning, throw the granola on. And because it is a mason jar, it just seals itself. And that is so cute and so portable.
So that's done. Now, we're talking about things being antioxidants, and one of the things that Alanna and I are working on together for the next few months is to offer both through the show and online the ability to make smoothies, to replace meals, to make yourself healthy. And I think that smoothies are a great go-to for breakfast, lunch, and dinner sometimes.
Amazing smoothies are a great go-to, breakfast especially. I mean, how much easier can it get than to throw your things into a blender, turn it on, and then drink it on the go?
My kids didn't realize that their smoothie today contained kale. It contains broccoli as well. So if you get a good high-speed blender, not a juicer. I'm not a big juicer. I like to have the fiber stay in my food.
Added into it. That's right.
So juices. I'm sure juicing is great, but I'm a big blender sort of a person. So what kind of a smoothie are we going to do today?
We're going to do an avocado smoothie today.
Okay.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we've got kale in there.
Kale's so big in B6 and B2 and B1 and your fiber, and because it's so green, the antioxidants is so good for you.
Oh, it's cleaning everything out of you.
So if we're talking about a liver detox, this is certainly the way to go.
That's right. We're gonna throw a little bit of mango into this, only because the mango is gonna help sweeten your smoothie.
So you would use the mango in place of a sweetener?
That's right.
Okay.
Yep, so it's gonna be all natural. We are also gonna add a pinch of spinach.
Okay.
Just to bump up that green.
Yep.
Green apple.
Now, apples are great for digestion, and if any of our viewers are pregnant, when I was pregnant, I did not suffer one day of morning sickness, and that was because I had an apple by my bedside. You might want to have a baby someday, so this apple by your bedside, and what it does is it helps to stabilize your blood sugar, which is what makes you feel sick in the morning when you are suffering from morning sickness. But it also is really high in fiber as well. It creates an acid in your stomach that helps with digestion.
Okay.
So green apples especially are a great go-to.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
And
in my
next one.
smoothies and on my bedside table.
There you go.
One day.
When you're pregnant.
So with the avocado, I always just kind of cut them in half.
Yep.
Twist them, they come apart. I'll cut that in half again to create quarters, because now from the quarters I can peel. As long as
That's easy.
Right, as long as your avocado is ripe, you can peel the skin off, and in that goes as well.
Okay, so you're gonna put a whole avocado in there?
I'm just putting a half.
Okay.
And here we go. Just gonna get
Now,
that
a lot of
part in.
similar attributes between the Alligga flaxseed oil and avocado when it comes to types of fats.
Of the ALA.
Right?
That's
the
right.
ALA in it, and people think, oh my gosh, avocado's high in fat, but it's a good kind of fat.
Healthy fat.
It's a very healthy fat.
That's right.
And you can't get vitamins and minerals to go through your body slowly unless it's a carrier.
The fats, right? Yeah.
So this kind of fat's very needed.
We are going to put a couple tablespoons of about a tablespoon or so of the oil in, and we're going to finish this off with some almond milk.
Now, almond milk or coconut milk or whatever.
Whatever you like. I like the flavor of the almonds with the avocados myself.
Yeah.
And again, sweetened or unsweetened. I choose a regular vanilla sweetened one, just because there's no sugars going into this.
You know what? And just so you know, this particular brand, the blue almond, the sweetened versus unsweetened, the carb count is so minimal difference that a little bit of the sweetness in it, it's fine.
And it just helps with the palate, right?
Sure.
I mean, you are disguising vegetables in a drink.
Which, as my dad would say, that is so disgusting. But when you have Chef Alanna making it for you, it turns out amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and blend that.
That's right. Look at the color.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Looks like an avocado.
So again, online, you could certainly go to Alligga's website for more information. You can go to our website too. That's yours, not mine.
That's mine, yeah.
You can go to our website or Alligga's website. You're on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
Alanna Pagum.
It's her name. She needs a detox. Are you okay?
I am.
You can
It's
tweet
a
us
new
as
year.
well. It is a new year.
You know, I thought cutting all the hair off, out with the old, in with the new.
Well, listen, hey, as long as you can cook good, who cares? Go online, check out all of our recipes as usual. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you as
Thanks
well.
for being on the show.
Absolutely.
Hey Canada, let's jump up and go. That's right, go. Jump Up and Go is a Canadian company founded by 3 women. We know what it means to be on the go, and together we've formulated a line of shake products for busy Canadians. Our shake mixes use only organic, premium raw superfoods. We have smaller bags because we have 0 fillers. Our products are so pure, we've even made a line for children. So if you have that fussy eater, we recommend a tablespoon of our blend into a banana or berry smoothie, and you can be sure that your family is ready to go for the rest of the day. Shop online or visit us at www.jumpupandgogo.com.
of all, I love this piece. Not only the color, it stands out, it's a great pop of color. It's not only comfy, but it's soft, it's wearable. What's different about them that I love more than other local companies or brands for workout gear is that you don't really feel like you're working out and sweating a ton because of the amazing technology behind the great workout gear.
Yeah, I wore the white Firma to teach an indoor cycling class, and my students loved it. It felt good to teach in. And then I went and taught a hot yoga class, actually 2 back-to-back classes, and I wore my compression top for that with the sleeveless, and it felt really good. And then I got invited to dinner, and it was a really fancy restaurant. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wear my Firma for that too, and it actually was really cool.
Production and camera gear for Health, Wellness, and Lifestyle TV is partly sponsored by Gearhouse Rentals Vancouver. For all of your on-set filming needs, choose Gearhouse.
So I'm with Janine from Inner Glow, and I want to say yoga because we're in a yoga studio.
Yes.
But you say that what you do is more than just yoga. Explain what you do.
Well, not only do I do yoga, but I also do yoga therapy as well.
So what is yoga therapy, and how is it different than regular yoga?
Regular yoga is great, and don't get me wrong, I teach regular yoga, but the yoga therapy really caters to people that have more movement issues, or they're dealing with injuries or disease or anything like that, or they're a little bit elderly, and so it's a little bit different, a much more gentle practice.
My father was elderly, and I'll just clarify that. Yes, he's getting older, but and you know, for him, it's a pride thing because he's only in his mid-60s, yet he feels like he's 100 some days, and he can't move from A to B sometimes. So how would something like this help him?
Well, yoga therapy is very gentle, and we really individualize the practice for the person. So when somebody comes in and they have something very specific, then we try to cater the practice to that, and really about taking your time, and that mind-body connection is what it's all about.
I think that's maybe the barrier to entry for yoga for some people, is that they think, oh gosh, I have to be able to touch my toes and stretch my body in ways that I know that I definitely can't. Like today I'm going to be doing yoga with you. I'm touching my toes. Well, we'll see how I do. Should they not feel intimidated, and why?
Well, people say it to me all the time. They say, well, I can't come to yoga because I can't touch my toes. And I'm like, well, that's kind of like saying, I'm hungry, so I'm not going to eat a sandwich. Do you know what I mean? That's the reason why you come to a yoga class. And it's not about being perfect. It's about doing what you can in the moment.
You know, I think that too, that people can be whatever faith they are, Christian or Buddhist or Muslim, and it's a great time if you are a believer of a certain faith to come in and use that time for your own personal spiritual meditation as well, which I think is helpful, mind, body, and spirit.
People often ask me if it's religious, and it's more of a philosophy, and it's about connecting to yourself and connecting to your inner sense of peace and well-being.
Wonderful. If you want more information, certainly go to our website, and we have yours listed as well. Thank you so much, Nick, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Part of my at-home series that I'm doing is to bring some friends and women into my home to talk about health and wellness and beauty. And I have with me Claire, who has a beauty blog called Love Claire, C-L-A-R-E. And your blog is lifestyle based, and you do great food stuff, and we talk about taking care of our skin. And what intrigued me about having you on the show was that you and I talked during pickup at school the bad experience you had with your skin recently. Tell us about what happened.
So I had gone in for a classic facial, and I had been assured that this facial was going to be just very gentle, very sensitive products for my skin, as I had let the esthetician know I had sensitive skin. And once the next day had rolled around, I had woken up with just a breakout on the bottom half of my face. It was pustules, it was red, it was irritated, almost like a burn. Led to doctor's visits, antibiotics. This was an ongoing thing for about 2 weeks, where I was wearing scarves and trying to cover it up, because it was just it just wreaked havoc on my skin.
And once your skin has been affected on that level, it's tough to get it back into its regime again. So you were given something that was very good for sensitive skin, didn't work out for you.
Nope.
And I, was given a product out of the States called Collagenics, and it's nano gold technology. I have extremely sensitive skin to the point where I don't even wear much makeup on TV because my skin gets itchy and it bothers me. And I get free stuff sent to me all the time to try, and I just don't, because like you, I've had experiences where free isn't the best case scenario sometimes.
No.
So I've tried Collagenics, which is a nano gold based technology, and I asked you to try it after your bad experience, and what happened?
So I used this product morning and night, and second day, I found myself admiring my skin in the mirror, going, wow, this stuff is really making a difference. And my husband had said the same thing to me. Yeah, I think this is looking really good.
I think it's actually working.
And he had been on this roller coaster journey with me in the past couple of months where my skin was just wreaking havoc on all of our lives, if we're going to be honest. And it just, every day that's gone by, I've just found my skin has just become smoother. It's had a glow to it, and just felt softer, and it just found myself admiring my skin in the mirror, and I was impressed, and I just was very interested in the other products that was there. And
so let me explain to you a bit about nanotechnology. And I know about it because I was trying to invent a nail polish that made my fingernails almost like that I could touch my iPad and my fingernails would work. And so I was studying nanotechnology, which basically means it's particles that are super, super, super small. And so for this particular NGT, their technology, nano gold technology, it is 1/2000th the size of your pore. So the gold penetrates your pores easily, goes down to your dermis level of your skin, and then promotes collagen. So the tautness that you're feeling is because the gold is reaching the dermis of your skin. I like that it's anti-everything, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory. It actually gets rid of impurities in your skin, and so I'm glad that you liked it, and I enjoyed it as well. I'm all about products that are good for you, and this is one of them. So you and I are gonna show to the viewers what it looks like actually on our faces. Are you up for it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Claire, here we go. You can put yours on, I'll put my full mask on.
Right, here we go. Going in with the eye.
10 years, instantly.
10 years. All right, goodbye 10 years.
Tell me I don't look amazingly gorgeous.
Wow, you do. You look
Thank
good.
you, Collagenics. You look amazing.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us. Certainly, social media is a great way to get a hold of us. Go to our website for lots of information from our doctors and guests on the show. Chef Alanna Peckham has a lot of recipes there as well. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next month.